Get ready, because you're now listening to Water Cooler Talk. Covering everything sports and sports news. From the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, the pros, the collegiate level, and everything in between. If it's about sports, then we're about it. So keep it locked to the absolute coolest podcast. Now, your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick.
Oh,
let's go. Let's go.
Welcome to the Water Cooler Talk, the coolest podcast in your ear. If you hear my voice, that means it's Wednesday. I am your host, Nick Frazier, and the other voice you hear on the other end is
Marcus Fitzpatrick.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
We are here.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, if you hear my voice, it's Wednesday. Oh, we're back around the water cooler with the Water Cooler Talk family. Great to be back, man. Marcus, how you doing today, boss?
I'm good today, boss, man. We got a special show. We got a special guest.
Man.
I'm hyped. Let's get it.
Man, I'm hyped right now, man. I'm hyped. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know, today we have been teasing this for a couple of weeks now. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, we are some of the biggest Auburn fans there are.
War Eagle, baby.
Oh, man. And we're gonna do this for some other teams, but you know we had to start it off with the SEC with Auburn. Ladies and gentlemen, we had to do it. We had to start it off with them. And ladies and gentlemen, we have probably an even bigger Auburn fan than we are on the show with us today.
I think he's an addict.
Yeah, I think he's an addict. That's what I'm saying. I think he's more of an addict than he is a fan to everybody.
I think he's an addict.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome around the water cooler. DC Wolfe from Auburn Addicts, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome to the show. How you doing today?
Hey man, I got my body fully painted with Auburn all over my body. Y'all can't see me. Y'all don't want to see it, but I got Auburn painted all over my body. I got my Red Bulls ready, man. I'm ready to go, man. Let's talk this Auburn stuff.
Man, I have been waiting on this for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be a great show, man. How y'all feeling today, man? Well, I mean, like, are we going to get into Auburn football today, or are we going to get into Auburn football today?
That's the plan, Nick. I'm
That's
ready
the plan.
to get it.
That's the plan.
Break it
man.
down. Let's break it down.
That's the
man.
plan. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into this, a wise man once said at Auburn was made great way before you got here, and it will be great once you leave. So, ladies and gentlemen, I need you all to get hyped. I need y'all to get ready. Because you know what we doing? We tiger walking that thing. That's what we talking about. Hey, shout out to T. Will, even though he's the DC at Arkansas right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all about Auburn today, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready for this? I don't know if they are ready for this. I know all the Alabama fans have left the chat right now. Alabama has left the chat session. But all I will say is, man, football season's around the corner. UMass, you're number one. So get ready, UMass. It's almost time. It's almost time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all ready?
Let's get it, Nick.
All right, man, here we go, everybody. Y'all know what time it is. Let's get ready for the first quarter.
It's now time for the first quarter.
Oh, man, we in the first quarter again, man. Everybody, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk. Come and sit around the water cooler with us. Listen to the podcast, download the podcast. Every Wednesday we are here, man. We thank y'all so much for being part of the Water Cooler Talk family, man. In the first quarter, we are here. And the topic for the first quarter today, man, of course, is all about Auburn. And you know, Auburn just recently went through a coaching change. Depends on who you ask. I'm pretty sure majority of the people feel this way. It was about time.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people felt that way. But, you know, we got Hugh Freeze in as the new head coach at Auburn. So in the first quarter, the question is, how do you see Hugh Freeze's tenure at Auburn being? Like, what are your expectations for Hugh Freeze? Marcus, what do you got, though, boss?
Man, my expectations are First, I want to bring up a fact. Nick, hey, did you know it has been 614 days since Auburn has been in a bowl game
Yes, I did.
and 1,710 days since we won?
Yeah, Lord Jesus.
Goodness
So,
gracious.
when
Wow.
we speak on Hugh Freeze,
Wow. Since we won?
everyone, since we won,
Since we won a game? I could have swore we won Texas A&M
since
last
we
year.
won a bowl
Oh,
game,
since we won a bowl game. Okay, go ahead. Yeah,
since we won a bowl game.
Okay.
So, it's and the question is how I feel about Hugh Freeze's tenure. Everywhere Hugh Freeze has been in the first season, he has took them to a bowl game as the head coach.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So I feel like we got the right man for the job. I haven't been this excited to see what a coach is gonna be since Gus, because I knew the last hire was a bust. I'm gonna just stand. I'm just gonna speak how I felt. He came from Boise State. I seen his track record. I knew he wasn't the right man for the job. But Hugh Freeze, he has a losing record in the SEC, but I feel like we can change that.
Mm-hmm.
He has a losing record in the SEC.
Yeah, he's 18-21 in the SEC.
Oh, okay.
What?
All right. I did not know
Wow.
that. I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, at Ole Miss.
Well, yeah, if you look at his tenure when he first started, you got to count that in too.
Yep.
They were
most
like
definitely.
they were like roughly sorry when he first got there. So
Yes.
Addict, DC, go ahead, man. Tell
all right,
us
fellas,
what you
let me
think.
tell y'all what I'm the teacher today.
Okay.
And Mr.
Okay,
Hugh Freeze, he just gave in his first report. I got my red mark out.
Mm-hmm.
No red marks. All I'm giving Hugh Freeze is A++
Wow.
across the board. Let me tell you why.
Somebody drink that Nick juice. That's what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got a cup this morning. Right
I
with
always
me,
got
Nick.
Nick juice on deck when I'm talking Auburn football. Fan excitement is number one.
Okay.
He got the fan excited.
Okay.
Number two, ticket sales. Y'all know we've sold the most season tickets in Auburn history.
Yeah.
Number three, NIL. Boosters excited. Man, they say we got $19 million in NIL money.
On the victory.
Okay, so now you got fan excitement, players exciting. Players are excited. You got ticket sales up. You got NIL money good. Everybody excited. The president happy. Guess why? Because we making money, baby.
You right.
We make Hugh Freeze making money.
It's a business.
So
Exactly.
with all that said, I give my man Hugh Freeze right now today, I give him A++.
Fellas, I hate to be the one to bear bad news.
It always gotta be him.
You know it is. I look at the good and I look at the bad. You know what I'm saying? Let me preface my questions by let me preface my answer by saying this, ladies and gentlemen. If you go over and look at go over to Auburn Addicts YouTube page, I said this there. I said I was one of the proponents of Brian Harsin staying an extra year. I was one of those Auburn fans. I was. I think every coach needs at least 3 years in order to get their program right. I was wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I was sorely wrong. Looking at Hugh Freeze, overall, Hugh Freeze, since he became a head coach at Arkansas State in 2011, he is 83-43 overall. It's a 51% win record. Okay, all right. It's half games. You know, it's pretty good. At Ole Miss, he was 39-25 as a head coach. Respectable. And let's look at Hugh Freeze's years when he was a head coach. Arkansas State 2011, 10-2. 2012 at Ole Miss, 7-6. 2013 at Ole Miss, 8-5. 2014 at Ole Miss, he was 9-4. 2015, he was 10-3. And then the infamous year when he was fired, he was 5-7. Bad year. Even though that wasn't the reason why he was fired, but you know.
Yeah, we all know why he got fired.
At Liberty, he won more than 8 games one time while he was at Liberty. He went 10-1 in 2020. Every other year, he was 8-5, 8-5, 8-4. I said this back when Hugh Freeze was hired. Gus Malzahn 2.0.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not in a good way, Marcus.
Stop it, man. Stop it.
Not in a good way. Gus Malzahn was a good coach.
Gus Malzahn.
Are we not saying that he was a good coach?
Gus Malzahn was an average coach.
He was an average coach. I agree.
Gus Malzahn was average, and I love Gus. Gus was an average coach.
Yep.
I'm thinking that we will have more of the Gus Malzahn-esque years at Auburn with Hugh Freeze. That's how I see it.
I can't ride that boat, man.
Look, you can put into the fact that he's coming back with a vengeance. He's been out of the SEC for what, 6 years now?
Mm-hmm.
He can come back with a vengeance, but based on his track record, he improves one game per year, and I see Hugh Freeze winning some games that he's not supposed to win and losing some games that he's supposed to win. That's how I see Hugh Freeze. That's how I see Hugh Freeze. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm looking at his record against SEC teams. Against Alabama, he's 3-2. Against Arkansas, he's 3-3. Auburn, he's 2-3. He's 0-1 against Florida. He's 1-1 against Georgia. He hasn't played Kentucky. He's 2-3 against LSU. He's 0-1 against Ole Miss because he went and played him while the Liberty coach. 3-2 against Mississippi State. 0-1 against Missouri. Hasn't played South Carolina. 1-0 against Tennessee. 3-2 against Texas A&M, and he is 3-2 against Vanderbilt.
I will take that right now.
Yeah, right now. But
right
see,
now.
But my thing is this. Me personally, I look at it from this particular point of view. I just don't want to be average at Auburn University because Auburn's not average. I think every year Auburn should be competing for SEC championships and in the conversation for the college football playoff every year. Based off what you said, $19 million in NIL, fan excitement, season ticket sales. You have a very strong fan base at Auburn. There's no way, and with that being you're able to recruit. There is no way Auburn should not be middle of the pack SEC team, middle of the pack SEC team. No way. You should tell me that. If you're telling me a team in the NIL era that we are in right now, you have $19 million, almost $20 million to spend in NIL money. No way Auburn should be a middle of the pack SEC team. None whatsoever. That's just how I see it, and that's what I see a lot of coming for Auburn. I think every 2 to 3 years you will see Auburn competing for a national championship, but every other year before that it'll be just what most people would consider to be an average season. That's just how I see it. What are y'all thoughts on that?
Well, I'm still excited because I think Gus Malzahn is a good coach, especially with the players that he had in his tenure.
Gus Malzahn didn't recruit well.
He recruited to his system, but
he didn't recruit offensive linemen. Let me tell you that.
Nah, I won't argue that. I won't argue that at all. But I won't argue that at all. But Hugh Freeze, I can't argue what you said, Nick. Cause I think he's gonna get a couple big Iron Bowl wins.
Oh yeah, he'll beat Alabama. That's not a problem.
He's gonna get a couple big Iron Bowl wins.
I actually think. We'll get into this later on and things of that nature. So I say that for them. But yeah, he'll beat Alabama a couple of times.
Yeah, I think he's gonna beat Alabama, and what I have to agree with what you're saying, Nick, I don't want to be one of those fans who just settles with beating Alabama and get excited with just doing that. So when you speak on being an average coach, yeah, I want to do more than just beat Alabama every year, and I want to be able to get to the playoffs.
True. Now, I will say this. I'm not trying to make this a Hugh Freeze versus Gus thing. But not at all. But I will say this. I think Hugh Freeze is a better recruiter than Gus. I will say that. I will say he's a better recruiter. He may be a better developer of quarterbacks than Gus.
Okay, man.
And things of that
nature.
That
being said, a better recruiter and a better developer of quarterbacks, and he's not had this caliber of player that he's going to be able to recruit at Auburn consistently. Now, he had the Treadwells and those guys, but those were like few far in between over his tenure. But now, dude, he's gonna be stacking those players on top of each other. Hugh Freeze hadn't been in a place where he can recruit this kind of talent year in and year out.
I hear what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying.
In the next few years, next 4 to 5 years, man, I think Auburn roster looks like an Alabama and a Georgia roster. That's my prediction.
You know what? You know what? I cannot disagree with you on that. I cannot, because like I said, I think Hugh Freeze is a better recruiter than Gus will ever be. And that's no knock to Gus, but I just think Hugh Freeze is a better recruiter than Gus is and was, in my personal opinion. And with us being in the NIL era now, Auburn now, looking at a lot of those guys that are 5-star talent and things of that nature, we have a chance now. Now, Auburn has never, being honest, Auburn has never been in the running for a lot of 5-stars. Now, we had the Byron Coward situation, we had the Cyrus Quanjo situation and things of that nature, but they never panned out. Cyrus Quanjo never even suited up for Auburn, even though he committed on live TV to Auburn and then ended up going to Alabama. I mean, it's and things, stuff like that. Who was the last 5-star that we actually had committed? George Pickens was one, but he ended up going to Georgia. He ended up going to Georgia, if I'm not mistaken, and things of that nature. Bo Nix was a 5-star, but how did that end up? I mean, let's look at it. I mean, so I'm looking at I'm going off of his track record here. I'm going off of his track record and things of that nature, and based off of what I'm seeing of what he has produced on the field, that 2012 to 2015 time, he improved by 1 game each year. He improved. And things of that nature. But then that 2016 season, it just fell off. And then after that, he was out of the SEC for a little bit and he back at Liberty. But then when he got back to Liberty, he was still 8-5, 8-5, 8-4, and he just had that 1 10-win season at Liberty. So I hope I'm wrong. I will sit here and tell you this now. I really, really hope I'm wrong, and I really hope he's more of an above average coach, because even if you look at how the CFP is expanding to the 12-team playoff, even with it looking at that, there's no way Auburn should not be in consideration to be in the 12-team playoff each year with the roster that Auburn has. There's no way. If Auburn misses, if they miss the playoff by any reasonable way of that, that's a disappointing season. Mm-hmm. That's a disappointing season in my personal opinion. Because there's no way they should miss the playoff with it becoming a 12-team playoff. None whatsoever.
Well, with Hugh Freeze and recruiting, I agree with you that he's a better recruiter, but from the aspect of defense. Gus, to me, was a better quarterback with Jared Stanham and the quarterbacks that he had up under his tenure. You can't really point at a Hugh Freeze quarterback that's doing anything right now. But defensive-wise, Hugh Freeze can build up a defense. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Most definitely. I love how he goes and get defensive pieces. Mm-hmm. And I think he was killing Gus in that aspect. And, but also he has a new offensive coordinator and a new defensive coordinator. So I would like to see what those guys bring to the table as well. I think his offensive coordinator came from, is it Tulane?
I believe so. Talking about Philip Montgomery?
Yeah.
I think he came from Tulsa. Yeah.
Tulsa, yeah. Tulane, I know.
Yeah.
The defensive coordinator was actually at Delta State with actually a guy who sponsors this show.
Yeah, DJ.
So that's crazy.
Shout out to DJ. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, looking at it, I think you guys are a lot more optimistic than I am. I need to see it first. I need to see it.
What Eagle?
I need to see it. I'm happy about the excitement that Auburn has. I am. But I'm one of those fans where I'm just tired of mediocrity. I'm tired of the averageness. I'm ready to be competing every year, at least in the conversation every year. Like, I know top 25s really don't matter now because we have the CFP, but I'm more of the fact of like, bro, people need to be talking about us because it's free publicity for the university, even It's almost like free recruiting for the university when you have sports pundits talking about your school like that, so other recruits know about it. That's just how I see it. But
I just feel like it's a shame that we haven't been in the playoffs yet. That's just how I feel.
Could have been the first 2-loss team in the playoffs if we would have beat Georgia in 2017. But it is what it is.
Really, we were really close, man.
We really were. We really were. But it is what it is. How y'all feel about that, man? First quarter's over. How y'all feel? How y'all feeling so far?
War Eagle, baby.
I'm feeling good, man.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, guess what? Guess what? We head into the second quarter, ladies and gentlemen.
Now entering the second quarter.
Oh, man. We are in the second quarter right now, ladies and gentlemen. We thank y'all again for listening to the podcast. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, sitting around the water cooler with us, just giving our perspective on sports. In the second quarter, ladies and gentlemen, we back. And the topic now for the second quarter is what has been the most impressive aspect of the program since the changing leadership? What have you seen has been the most impressive thing that has happened to this program since Hugh Freeze has come in and Brian Harsin has departed back to Boise? Marcus, who you got?
I say recruiting, like my boy DC said, like the recruiting has been outrageous. The use of the transfer portal, they retooled the offensive line. I think they got a receiver, a much needed receiver for Payton. So biggest thing for me is recruiting.
Okay.
The dude Caleb Burton III from Ohio State.
Yeah.
Then we got some nice tight ends. We trying to retool the linebacking core because we lost Owen last year. So I'm hype. I'm hype about.
I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna keep my mouth closed. But go ahead.
You said what?
Nah, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm about to say something, but I ain't gonna say it. Go ahead.
We retooling.
All right. DC, what you got? What you got, DC? What you think?
Hey, man, look, like I said before, I'm gonna piggyback on my man Marcus, man. I'm going with recruiting, but let me say first though, alignment, man, is very important.
Most
very
definitely
true.
Most definitely.
He has alignment, man.
Yes.
He has the president, man, to the athletic director, man, the boosters, the players, man. Everybody is on the same boat. Whether the boat crash or not, I don't know. But I'm gonna go with recruiting too, man. We sitting right now at 16 on 247, 15 on 3, bro. We got 17 commits. 2 5-stars, 12 4-stars, and only 3 3-stars.
Yeah,
man. This time last year with Brian Harsin, man, I was feeling like, bro, are we gonna get any more recruits, man? We was like, man, probably back in the 40s and 50s, man.
We were,
man.
We was like, I think we was like 58.
Like, bro, like, what are we doing? So my thing would be definitely recruiting, man. It's not even for me a conversation other than recruiting, man.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
You got a point. You know what? I'm gonna just keep this. I'm gonna keep it going. I'm going with recruiting as well. I mean, you look at it, man. What is the one thing a new coach has to do when he gets to a new program to get the fan base excited? Because my second point was the fan excitement around the program right now. Like, what is the one thing he has to do? He got to go out and recruit. Like, you gotta show. You have to show that you are building for the future. And I think, and shout out to the guys at the War Report. I think he said that if he does not have a top 5 class by year 3, he was gonna be gone. They was all gonna be looking for jobs.
Yeah, Hugh Freeze said that.
He said that. He said that if they didn't have a top 5 class
big.
by year 3,
when your head coach say that, that's big.
Yeah, if they didn't have a top 5 recruiting class by year 3, everybody would be looking for jobs. And I think they are trending right now. If they can get this kid out of they lost out on a couple of guys that were crystal ball to go to Auburn, but they ended up going other places. But if they can get this inside interior offensive lineman out of California, I think he's a composite.
Oh yeah, I heard about him.
I think he's a composite 5-star, but I think some recruiting services have him as a 4-star. If they can get him, that'll be 3 5-stars in this class.
Ooh.
That'll be 3 5-stars in the class.
It's not over though, man. It's not over, man. He had think about the flips he had last year, man, with Can Lee.
Yeah.
With Sylvester Smith from Ohio.
Yeah.
Sylvester Smith, Can Lee, Connor Lou. man, all those guys he flipped last year, and then he came on and he flipped Riddick.
Yep, Riddick,
You know
and he
what I'm
flipped
saying?
Thompson.
He flipped Perry.
Yep.
So it's not over yet, man. I we could lose some, but I think he's gonna flip some cats.
Who you think?
Auburn,
Who do you think? Okay, on the topic of maybe losing a recruit, I hope we don't. But who is the recruit that you think is the most fragile recruit right now that we could possibly lose in this recruiting class?
Y'all,
I think I know who you getting ready to say because I was thinking the same person. I think I know who you getting ready to say.
Okay, this has
like Nick
no
on this one,
merit.
keep my mouth closed.
This has no merit whatsoever, and I don't know if anybody saw this, man, but I would say Joe Phillips.
That's who I was thinking too,
yeah,
bro.
I was
thinking the same person, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I really believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, because you got to think about it. Everybody, listen. Joseph Phillips, he is a player at our alma mater. We all went to Booker T. Washington High School,
BTW.
and he is a 4-star recruit at BTW. And the reason why I feel that way is because and please, I hope he does not. I really hope he doesn't. But from what I was hearing, he was Georgia all day.
Right, but this is why, and y'all gonna be like, bro, you crazy. This is the reason I say. This is the reason I say I have no merit. I'm not there, so this is just if I had to pick somebody, and this is a stupid reason for picking it. But man, when I saw his recruiting profile, man, the way he was smiling when he was with Kirby Smart, man, I was like, bro,
he was happy.
I was like, bro, like
he was happy.
You have to smile like that with Kirby Smart. Man?
He was happy.
He was happy.
Excited.
And I think Jeffrey Lee from On 3, I think Jeffrey Lee said he spoke to him the night before. And because I was, I watch all things Auburn recruiting. And I think he said he was all Georgia.
Yeah, he was
all Georgia. But then Hugh came in the last minute, and I don't know what happened. Wink, wink. And he ended up at Auburn. He ended up an Auburn recruit.
Speaking on rumors, I have a cousin that still go to BTW. They said Nick Saban personally came to the school.
He did. That is very true. That's very true.
Just to see this man.
That is very true. Nick Saban did come to the school.
Man, that's big praise.
Nick Saban came. Coach Caddy came. Hugh Freeze was there. I don't know if Kirby came to Tuskegee. I don't remember seeing Kirby.
I don't think he came.
I don't think he did, but I think they sent like one of the top assistants to go see him and things of that nature. Because the head coach there, Coach O'Neal, who's doing a great job at BTW, doing a very great job, man. Shout out to BTW. I mean, we lost this past weekend, but trust me, BTW will be in the playoffs this year. Everybody, please, they'll be there. But
we get another playoff win.
And we get another playoff win. And we be ready, State of Alabama. BTW coming. But he kind of posts the coaches that come through, and he to shout them out for coming to the Eagles Nest and stuff like that. And Nick Saban was one of those guys that came through just to see him. Cadillac was at a practice. Before I think when he first got on the scene, he was one of the ones that I think Auburn was his first offer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, well, first major P5 offer, if I'm not mistaken.
You right.
Things of that nature. But yeah, I mean, it's funny because he's from the hometown, and I just kind of hope he kind of stays Auburn all the way through.
Me too, man.
He'll be the second person from our alma mater on that Auburn roster too.
Yeah, he would be. We got a guy there. Yeah, we got a guy on the Auburn roster right now from BTW. I think he's going into his sophomore or
sophomore
junior.
Yeah,
he's going to sophomore junior.
Yeah, and then you got to look at from our area, it was Willie Whitehead, and he's down there. He's down there coaching them up on. He goes down once a week to coach him.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, that's special. I did not know that.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. So I know Jeffrey Lee from On 3 was saying that there was no indication of him switching right now, but I think the guys just felt that, if there was one, and it's a big if, he could possibly be the one.
Yeah, let's make that clear. I'm not saying he is, but
I'm not saying he is.
Pick somebody, that's the way he was smiling on the crew, man. I was like, man. Come on, Joe, man. Just because you hold back the smiling a little bit, just temper it back a little.
Hey, DC, in his defense, did you see his BTW profile picture? He was smiling the same way.
Smiling, man. That man happy, man. Hey, it don't matter, man.
Hey, for real though, like where we come from, this don't happen very often. So
it doesn't. It doesn't.
So be joyous.
It doesn't. We had a lot of guys who had a chance, but you know, it doesn't. It doesn't, man. Oh man, that was a great second quarter. Gentlemen, how y'all feeling about that? How y'all feeling? We halfway through it.
All right, man. We good.
Oh, we good. See, with me, bro, y'all gotta understand, man. You know what I'm saying? I was a drum major. Me and my brother were drum majors.
Yeah.
See, y'all getting ready to, you know, take it down and go on the inside. We getting our hips ready to twist them. You know what I'm saying? We getting ready, Nick.
I heard that.
We getting ready for halftime.
You know, he already crunked it up. We getting ready for halftime, ladies and gentlemen. We head into it. Let's go to halftime.
You don't out your seats. It's halftime.
Oh man, we are in halftime right now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all again for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear. Hey, we got a shout out to our sponsor, man. This episode is brought to you by Hollywood Media.
Hollywood.
If you want to feel like a star, come to Hollywood for your photography and videography needs. That's Holly with the EY. Follow on TikTok, IG, and YouTube at Hollywood. Hollywood_media, and on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. That's Hollywood Media with 2 A's, man. Shout out to DJ, man. Hey, everybody go get your videography and photography needs done.
Man, I need him to come take me a couple album pictures this year.
Man, DJ has been a early supporter of the Water Cooler Talk podcast. Also, man, shout out to Kyle. We got into another spirited debate again this week.
Kyle, Uncle Willie, Trevette.
We got into another spirited debate. I know it's gonna come again probably this week. Shout out to you, Kyle. We appreciate you, big dog, man. I thank you always for coming in. You probably got me on this last debate that we had, but the one before that, I got you on that one, boss. But it's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good.
What y'all be debating about? He don't be telling me none of this.
Man, so the week
he be losing. He be losing the debate. That's why he telling you. He tell you because he be losing.
No. Last week we had the top 5 conversations about the wide receivers. I put Tyreek Hill over Justin Jefferson. He was like, "How you gonna put Justin? You put Tyreek Hill over Justin?" I was like, "Because I thought he was more explosive." And that's just my personal opinion. I think Tyreek better. And he was like, he started giving me all these stats and these numbers and stuff like that. Like, they don't go off averages, they go off. I was like, okay, all right, bro. It is what it is. You win. You got that one. But the week before, I told you why Breeze was better. It was over Peyton Manning, sir. I told you that. So we 1-1 right now. We still got a whole season to go, but it is what it is. Oh, man, ladies and gentlemen. We back. And so we in halftime right now, ladies and gentlemen. We got about 5-6 minutes for the teams come back out onto the field, and we'll start the second half, man. I know we talk about it, man. What is your favorite Auburn memory? I'm going to start with you, Addict. What's your favorite Auburn memory so far?
Man, I'll say my favorite Auburn memory is a collage of memories, but they all happen in Louisiana.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We went to that Sugar Bowl when Auburn went undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
Now after the game, we was kind of sad because we didn't get to be in first place, but bro, that was the culmination of the undefeated season in 2004, man.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Jason Campbell Cadillac.
I was there. You see what I'm saying? So man,
should have won that championship.
2010 is special. I wasn't there, but it was like 2004, man. I was at the game, man.
Yeah,
to cap it off. So that's my favorite moment, man.
That should have been Auburn USC national championship game.
It should have been.
Should have been Auburn USC championship game, and that would have been a revenge game because if y'all don't remember, in 2003, USC rolled into Auburn, and Auburn was preseason number 2,
man,
and USC came in here and blew the brakes off Auburn.
Did we score in that game? I
think it was like I think we either scored 10 or we got a field goal. It was either the 3. It was either 3 or 10.
Was like,
they were good.
They did that deal too.
That was good. Auburn. I mean, not Auburn. Marcus, what is your favorite Auburn memory, sir?
I have to give it since he took that one. I have to give it to the prayer and Jordan Hill.
Oh, okay. Carter Lewis and Nick Marshall. Okay.
I have to give it to Prayer Joy. I would have went kick 6, which is obvious.
Yeah.
But Prayer and Joy, I feel like beating Georgia, the way we beat Georgia, when everybody was just, it's over with. Then Ricardo Lewis came and caught that thing and he took it on in. Man, that was special.
Man, that was a good memory. Man, I have a lot of memories, but my memories are like kind of Pacific. Like like there's one memory I have. Carlos Dansby was playing, and he got an interception like he was jumping out of bounds, caught an interception, and like threw it back in bounds to like
Carlos Dansby.
Yeah, like the middle linebacker. And he threw it back in bounds to like one of the players, like one of his teammates. And I don't know if they scored. I can't remember if they scored or not. But I was like, oh, that was clean. That was nice. That was real clean. That was real clean. Back when the game would come on at 12 noon on WSFA 12. And things of that nature. I remember that. Let me see. What else? I would have to go. Of course, the 6 straight years of being Alabama. I would have to go.
Tommy Tuberville.
I would have to go. That would be a memory because they literally did break. Alabama literally did break the bank in finding another head coach after that.
But they had to, though, man. They
literally broke the bank at that time.
would get his feeling hurt.
Who was the other coach? Francione. Wasn't Dennis Francione the head coach?
Francione, Price.
Mike
Price. He didn't even get to the season.
He didn't even coach a game. He didn't even coach a game. That was crazy. I would have to go to 2010 season. That season was special. 04 season was special as well, but I put the 2010 season over the 04 season just because they won national championship that season, and we probably had the 2 best players in the country that year. That year we probably had the 2 best. Yeah. Of course, you had the Heisman Trophy winner, but then Nick Fairley was probably top 3.
Nick Fairley was dominant.
Yeah.
All right, before we end halftime, I got a question for you guys.
Go ahead.
All right, pre-2010, give me your favorite Auburn player of all time.
Pre-2010?
Yeah.
Ben Tate.
Okay, I like that.
Running back. That's why I wore 44.
What about you, DC?
Man, come on, bro. You gonna take Ben Tate over Bo Jackson?
I'm gonna take Ben Tate. Look, I didn't see Bo.
He a youngster, DC.
Okay.
I didn't see Bo play. So
that's our era. That's our era.
I'll let y'all slide on that.
So I didn't see Bo play. I've just seen highlights of Bo. Like I saw I compared it to, I saw some of Michael Jordan play. I saw Michael Jordan play in the late 90s. I saw Allen Iverson play. I saw Kobe play. I saw D Wade play. I seen LeBron play. So I can say that on that. All I've seen of Bo is just highlights. So I can't really say.
Oh, I got you.
I can't really say. I can't really saw him in person.
But mine would be Bo, bro. Hands down. It was just phenomenal, man.
Okay.
Phenomenal.
I would say mine is rest in peace, but Quinn Groves.
Quinn Groves, boy, off the
Rest in peace, but Quinn Groves.
Him and Stanley McClover. I thought Stanley McClover would be on that list too, boy. 75. He was pretty good too, man. He was pretty good.
My second would be Junior Rose Green Jr. though. If we gonna call it like that.
There was some defenses back then. Those were some defenses.
Oh, like, Carlos Rogers, Junior Rose Green Jr. on the same defense. Oh my
Who was on there? Will Herring was on that defense.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Karibi Dede was on that defense.
Dontarius Thomas was on that one point.
Dontarius Thomas was on that defense. Mike Blanc? No, Mike Blanc was a little bit later. Yeah, he was a little bit later down the road. But yeah, man, those were some like dominant defense. And those defenses was like, those were Gene Chizik defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's what's up, man.
Hey, do y'all remember the Rose Green Brown hit, man?
Man, that's why I said that was my
dude. You talking about the Georgia game, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
oh my God. I feel
bro. I'm not, bro. I don't like Georgia at all. But listen, man, when Rose Green hit that dude, everybody in my house, bro, we just stopped and everybody got on their knees and started praying, bro, because we thought he was dead.
I thought the man was dead because he wasn't moving. He was like laying face down on the ground.
Yeah,
and he wasn't moving.
Yeah.
I was like,
He said that when he came back from the hospital in the game, he said he don't even remember being back at the game.
Wow.
Yeah, he said he came back after like halftime. He said he don't even remember being back at the game, man.
Man, look.
Man, that dude was a beast, though.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is all them Florida dudes, they were something serious. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna put it right there. Them dudes. with something serious, man. Oh man, that was a great halftime going down memory lane, man. That was pretty good, man. I enjoyed that. Well, fellas, think the team's coming back out. I see them coming down the field. I see them. They ready, man. They playing that Tiger Walk, man. I don't know why, man. They playing that Tiger Walk. You know, they ready to come back. You know, so I think they ready to play, man. So just let that simmer a little bit. You know, the team's ready, man. They ready to go. So I don't know. I think that means the third quarter is about to start. I think that's what that means. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for this third quarter to start, fellas?
I'm ready.
Y'all ready for it, man?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
All right, man. Hey, everybody, let's head to the third quarter.
We've now entered the third quarter.
Oh, man, that was a great halftime show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all again for tuning into the Water Cooler Talk, downloading the podcast, man, listening to us. Man, I can't talk today. Listening to us and interacting with us, sitting around the water cooler with us. Oh, man. We're in the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen, and we're about to talk about one of the most important positions at Auburn, well, in any college program, any sport, any football team, and we're going to talk about the quarterback position. Ladies and gentlemen, topic for the third quarter is we're going to talk about Payton Throne. He was just recently named the QB1 at Auburn, and we want to know, how does Payton Throne make Auburn a threat, and should he be QB1? What do you think there, Marcus? What are you feeling?
I like him being QB1. I want a more experienced quarterback, especially going into next season.
Mm-hmm.
So, how does he make Auburn a threat?
Yeah.
His second year at Michigan State.
It's probably his best year.
Yeah. Thank you, Nick.
Probably his
27 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, over 3,000 yards passing. Then he took a nice little decline the following year. But to me, in the right system, just the potential of a quarterback who can do that, can do things. And then we got, like you said, we got that transfer from Ohio State. So just seeing them and then Jackson, and I just want to see that him work it out this year. So going forward, I think he makes us a threat.
Okay, all right.
Just with experience alone.
Okay, all right. Addict, what you got?
Hey, man, I'm going to give y'all consistency, man.
Okay.
Consistency. You got a guy with a overall 61% passer percentage.
Yeah.
137.5 efficiency rating. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's been there. He's done that. He's been in big games. So you have somebody that's steady and consistent. And then he's a student of the game. His dad was a coach.
Yeah.
His dad played. So he's a student of the game, man. So right now I'm with Marcus, man. We need somebody steady. We need consistency at the quarterback position. So I think, man, I don't know if he'll be the quarterback by the end of the season. Yeah, but
okay.
You know, I ain't gonna go all the way there, but you know, we're gonna keep it where he's good for us. So he's good right now for consistency. That's what we need, man. A steady hand.
Yeah, I said this in one of the Auburn chats. I said if Payton Throne can complete 62% of his passes this year, Auburn wins 10 games. I said that. I said that. If he completes 62% of his passes this year, Auburn wins 10 games. Yeah, I think I agree. I agree with everything y'all said. Payton Throne, he brings that consistency. He brings that coach's mentality on the field, kind of like a point guard. It's like the extension of the head coach on the floor for basketball. That's kind of what Payton Throne is. Looking at his tape from Michigan State, he was like you said, he was very solid. You know, very solid quarterback. You know, consistent, made the right reads, made the right passes. There were sometimes he did, you know, he kind of had some breakdowns somewhere sometimes, but those were, I'm not gonna say they were major breakdowns. They you know, they could give you a little cause of concern, but you know, he would come back and he would make up for his mistakes and things of that nature. I think Payton Throne right now, and I think Payton Throne right now is QB1, but I agree with you, Addict. This is my personal opinion. I don't think he ends the season as the starting quarterback. I think it's set up for Robbie Ashford to take over, man. I mean, because if you hear everything coming out of Auburn, man, like literally everything coming out of Auburn, it's if Robbie Ashford can get his attitude right and get his leadership ability there.
Stop fumbling the football.
Okay, that too. If he can get that right, his ceiling is
nice.
higher than Payton
Going
Thorne.
back to what you said last week, Nick, we ran the ball all against
Exactly,
Alabama, and they couldn't stop
exactly.
it.
I mean, you got to think
was a
about it.
big
In
part
that
of that.
Iron Bowl game, everybody knew Auburn was going to run the ball.
Yeah.
And we still went in there and put up like almost what? It was like 200 plus yards rushing or something like that.
He was a big part of that.
No, it was the most in the Nick Saban era, bro.
Most of the Nick Saban era in Alabama. And I'm like, we couldn't throw the ball. Now he had that, like I said, he had that one nice pass in the back of the corner, in the back of the corner of the end zone. And I'm like, okay, Robbie Ashford can throw the ball.
Yeah,
he
that's
can.
what I want him to get more consistent with.
He can pass the ball.
Like, that's what I like.
But the problem is he only completed 49% of his passes last year.
He ain't consistent.
And the anomaly of that, man, is that he was in the better half of the nation with completions over 20 yards.
Yes, exactly.
But in completions under that, bro, he was like,
horrible.
I want to say he might have been dead last in the NCAA.
Yes.
Man.
And a couple of shows back, I said this a couple of shows back about the quarterback position. If you this is about the NFL, but if a quarterback can complete anything 10 to 12 yards in the middle of the field and those type of passes, outs, comebacks and stuff like that, they will always have a job in the NFL. They will be a backup or they could be a starting quarterback for a team until they can get a franchise quarterback. If a quarterback can do that, Robbie Ashford can do that last year.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah.
Do y'all think that's a problem with accuracy?
No, that's just a problem. And no, I don't think he has a problem with accuracy. I think it was a problem that was his first year playing college football for real. That's what it was.
They said, word on the street is he was injured too.
Yeah, he had a shoulder injury.
Yeah, he said he had a shoulder injury. So, you know how that go, man.
Well, we know how that went because last year's offensive line was horrible. I mean, they couldn't block water.
We got a whole new one this year.
They couldn't block water last year. So, I mean, I don't know what's up. That's one thing that I should have said that. What's good with the offensive line this year? But apparently they good. Apparently they'll be good. Everything that we hear.
At least that's what we hear. So I hope.
Or the defensive line is trash.
What? Because I also heard that the defensive line, the run defense is not that great. That's what I'm hearing.
Right.
I'm hearing the run defense is not that great. And all I'm gonna say is we'll talk about it in the fourth quarter. But anyway, yes, I think Payton Thorne. I think Payton Thorne is the right choice at QB1 now. But I think Robbie Ashford brings a different dynamic to the game. Robbie Ashford brings different skill set to the game. If Robbie Ashford can complete, if Robbie Ashford could complete with his let me preface this with his ability to run, if he can complete 56 to 57% of his passes, he could be the starting quarterback at Auburn.
I like that.
If he completes 62%, we go to a national championship.
Oh, you talking about Robbie Ashford?
Yes.
All day. I will stand on that 100%. If he completes 62% of his passes,
yes.
Auburn's national championship game.
If he completes 65% of his passes
he's a Heisman Trophy winner.
He's a Heisman winner.
He's a Heisman. He's not he's not a contender. He's the Heisman Trophy winner if he does
that.
Bro. Exactly.
And I can run the football.
And I put this up last year on Twitter. I said Robbie Ashford will win the Heisman before he leaves Auburn. I said that. And somebody was like, "You crazy." I said, "Look, bro." I said
he has potential.
He
bro.
can't.
Y'all crazy if y'all think he doesn't.
I said right now he could not have thrown. He couldn't throw the ball because it was his first year playing college football last year, and he was hurt. But if you look at what Hugh Freeze did with Malik Willis, who was an Auburn transfer to Liberty, if you look at what he did with that, what you said, Addict, he turned him into a draft pick.
Yeah, fourth round, man.
Robbie, in my personal opinion, I think Robbie Ashford may be better than Malik Willis. He might be a better runner.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah,
I definitely think so.
Down, man.
I definitely think so, Nick.
So I mean, I look at it. I think Payton Thorne is right now. He's what Hugh Freeze needs to make everybody okay, just to keep everything stable.
Yes.
I need a breakout receiver this year as well.
J Fair.
Yeah.
I'm on the Mike G. I'm on the Mike G bandwagon. J Fair, baby. Jay Fair. Jay Fair, baby.
I need to break out this.
Mike G, his dad, and you his cousin.
Shout out Mike G from the War Report, but I'm on the Mike G bandwagon. Jay Fair and actually I got 3 guys. Actually, there's 3 guys that I'm interested in. Jay Fair is 1. Shane Hooks, the transfer from Jackson State, is 2. And Camden Brown. I cannot wait for Camden Brown to show up. Those are my 3 guys that I'm interested in seeing this year. But Jay Fair, I'm on the Jay Fair bandwagon. I believe in Jay Fair. I believe in Jay Fair.
So you just gonna sit Vol on the bench, huh?
No, I'm not. I just believe
like
Jay.
Nobody ever talk about Vol, but at the end of the season, he leading the team.
But the thing is, like, but ain't nobody been talking about him now doing the camp.
Exactly. That's why he probably gonna lead the team in receiving.
He probably will. He probably will.
No, but my dude, and I know this ain't even on the subject, but bruh, Fairweather, man. I think Fairweather is gonna be the dude that's gonna like cause the most problems. I think he's gonna be the catapult to breaking the offense open.
You talking about the tight end, Rivaldo Fairweather?
Yeah.
Oh,
Fairweather,
yeah, okay,
yeah. Rivaldo Fairweather, the
Gotcha.
tight end, man. I think, bro, he's gonna open the middle of the field up. I think if he's in the middle, bro, he's gonna open the outside up.
Yeah.
That's gonna open the running game up. I think he's gonna be a problem, man.
I can see that. I can see that. I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that as well. I definitely see. But Jay Fair speed, man. That man is quick. I mean, he's like a better version of what was the guy that was here? Oh man.
The one who in Cleveland now?
No, not
oh, okay. Not Swartz.
Not
Man,
Swartz.
you better not say he faster than Swartz.
No, I was not about to say Swartz. I was about to say no, I'm talking about what was the guy name? Ryan. His name was Ryan. He's 23.
Ryan Davis.
Yes, Ryan Davis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ryan Davis.
he's like a twitchier, faster version of Ryan Davis to me. That's how I see it. So
what's up.
I got Jay Fair being the breakout receiver this year, and I can't wait to see what Camden Brown and
What y'all think Jaquiz Hunter gonna do this year?
he'll probably be
Eat.
Yeah, he gonna
I
eat.
think so too.
Man, y'all better watch out for the backups, man.
You talking about Batty and Austin, Damari Austin.
Damari Austin, man. Man, that dude legs look like elephant legs, dog.
Hey, does he remind you of Michael Dyer?
Huh?
Does he remind you of Michael Dyer?
I watched a
a
Michael
little
Dyer
bit.
documentary yesterday, Nick. Now that you brought that up,
A Michael Dyer
I'm telling
documentary?
y'all, man, that dude, he gonna take some food off. He gonna take some food off your boy plate, man.
You think so? Talking about Jaquiz?
Yes. I think Damari Austin gonna take food off Hunter plate, bro. I'm telling you, man. I
Okay,
believe he gonna take some food off the plate.
I'm interested in seeing that. I'm interested in seeing that one. Oh, gentlemen, it's about that time, man. We about to head into it because it's almost time for the fourth quarter. We ready? We ready? We ready? For y'all.
We have now arrived at the fourth quarter.
Man, we are in the fourth quarter, man. Again, thank y'all for tuning in and staying with us here at the Water Cooler Talk, man. Sitting around the water cooler, giving our perspective on sports, man. We in the fourth quarter, man, and we are at that time, ladies and gentlemen. We are at that time. It's time to give some predictions on Auburn this year, man. Fourth quarter time, but what are our predictions for the 2023 Auburn Tigers and how will that affect the program going forward? Marcus, what are you thinking?
UMass, I think that's a win.
Okay.
Cal, I think that's a win. So
Okay.
I think we start off season 3-0 before we get our first test.
Okay.
I know you were very high on this team in the preseason.
I am.
I think we're gonna beat them.
Oh my God.
I think Hugh Freeze make a splash with being Jimbo.
Jesus Christ.
But then we play Georgia.
Okay.
I think Georgia still is Georgia.
Okay.
And I think we take our first L. So that's 1.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 4-1 right now.
Mm-hmm.
LSU. I like their quarterback, man. So I'm gonna have to get a dub to LSU.
Okay.
So I say that's what 4-2.
4-2. Yeah.
I got us beating Lane. I don't respect Lane Kiffin.
Oh wow.
I think he's a good coach,
Wow.
but I think Auburn should beat Lane Kiffin.
Okay, so that's 5-2.
We beat Mississippi State.
5.
We beat
6-3.
Vanderbilt.
7-3.
We beat Arkansas.
6-2. Excuse me.
We beat
8-2.
New Mexico State.
9-2.
And it's that beautiful game in November.
Okay.
With them being uncertain at quarterback, and it being in Auburn, and Auburn always play big in Auburn, and they play big in the Iron Bowl regardless. So I got Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn and Iron Bowl.
So you got Auburn as you got Auburn 10-2 in the regular season. All right.
Yep.
Do they win a bowl game?
Depending on who we play.
All right. So let's just say, okay, if they go 10-2, they probably playing in the Sugar Bowl.
Bruh.
So
you got a big old thing of Nick Juice, right?
all right, so we got Marcus has Auburn going 10-2 in the regular season with losses to Georgia and LSU. Okay, Addict, what you got,
right, man? Let's take it from the bottom to the top.
All right,
UMass win.
Okay,
Cal win.
2-0.
Sanford win.
3-0.
Texas A&M lost.
3-1.
Georgia lost.
3-2.
LSU lost.
3-3.
Ole Miss win.
4-3.
Mississippi State win.
5-3.
Vanderbilt win.
6-3.
Arkansas
Please
win.
don't. Oh, I'm about to say 7-3. Okay.
New Mexico win.
8-3.
Alabama lost.
8-4. Wow,
if they win the bowl game,
that's
if
9-4.
they win the bowl game, that's a 9-4 season, which is great. Now let me say this, and I said it before: if I had to pick an upset,
here it come.
If I had to pick an upset, it's gonna be Georgia. I'm gonna say it again.
DC, why you say Georgia though?
Huh?
I said, why you say Georgia though? I seen your episode. I wanted to ask you. I've been waiting to ask you that.
The reason I say Georgia, man, is because Auburn gonna be coming off the Texas A&M game, win or lose. If they win, it's gonna be really crazy.
Yeah, it is.
That's gonna be the first SEC game in Jordan Hare.
Yep.
Georgia breaking in a new quarterback too, bro.
Yeah, Carson Beck. Yeah.
He could come in Jordan Hare. He could fold like a tent, bro.
You're right, he could.
We don't know. You see what I'm saying? Everybody just assuming Georgia is just gonna be this great team, but everybody have to remember, man. So goes the trigger, man. So goes the team, and this is his first SEC away game, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be bananas in that place.
You got a point.
I don't think they just gonna come in and just. If they do, man, and let me say this too: we all making preseason predictions, so when we see Auburn in the first, second, third game, we'll know.
We might have
to revisit this, but just my thoughts, man. In the SEC, bro, those are hard environments. That dude has never seen an environment like it's gonna be on that Saturday in Jordan Hare, man. And this is gonna be his first road trip, man. It's gonna be crazy.
I
hear that's the same reason why I went with Auburn over Alabama, because Georgia seems to have a more certain quarterback situation than Alabama.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Alabama got 3 different quarterbacks.
They still ain't picked one.
But the only reason I say that though is Alabama's they're gonna have a whole season to get their quarterback ready. We play Georgia game 5?
Yeah, game 5. Yeah.
You got a whole season for Nick Saban to put some salt and pepper and some seasoning in that thing, stir it up, get it smelling good and tasting good by the time we get to the Iron Bowl. But I agree with the uncertainty at quarterback. But
I think Alabama has way more problems just the quarterback position.
That's what I was thinking, Nick.
But
I was thinking the same.
Alabama
got way more problems at quarterback.
Just the quarterback position. I think they do. All right.
Think about it in the past, DC. The quarterbacks in the past, they could actually pass. These 3 quarterbacks at Alabama, we watched the game, me and Nick. What Nick Saban said? They dropped back. They
the press conference, Nick Saban was like, they asked him after the scrimmage. It was like, so how did the quarterbacks do? Well, they all threw a ball. They all threw an interception. They all got sacked. They all threw a touchdown. I mean, what else you want me to say?
Wow,
that's what he said.
Alabama get the edge because our running defense is lax and not as good, like you said, Nick. And he runs the ball. That's the only way I give Alabama the edge over us.
We'll see. Well, gentlemen, I'm coming with it. I got UMass as a W.
Mm-hmm.
I got Cal. Now, this is a hot take. I got Cal as a close win, and I say close. 10-9. 10 to 14 point win. That's what I got.
I agree with that.
Because I think it's gonna be a struggle in the first half. That's how I see it. So I got Cal as a win, Sanford as a win. I got Texas A&M because I think Texas A&M talent on that team, and I think with Bobby Petrino calling plays, I think Texas A&M is the first team out this year in the playoffs. So I got us losing to Texas A&M.
Stay consistent.
I have a close loss to Georgia because I thought about the same thing that you thought about, DC. Carson Beck, that's his first road away game, excuse me, and it's in Jordan Hare. So I have Georgia as a close loss. I have it somewhere like a field goal touchdown loss to Georgia. LSU is a win. I mean, excuse me. Sorry. Let me take it back. LSU is a loss. I'm sorry. Ole Miss is a win. Mississippi State is a win. That's a revenge game because Auburn should have won that game last year.
Indeed. Tell them
should have. We just kicked the field goal. Man. Oh, man. We just gonna demolish Vanderbilt because I don't know why Vanderbilt put Auburn as their homecoming game. So that's definitely a blowout win. This game right here, this Arkansas game is interesting, and I think Auburn. This is a revenge game for Auburn as well because Auburn. This was the game after this game. I think it was the game after this that Harsin got let go and he got relieved of his duties.
You're right.
Auburn. Look, I know it's in Arkansas and Fayetteville, but Auburn about to come out for revenge on that game. I'm sorry. They're gonna come out for revenge. And they beat Arkansas. They beat New Mexico State. And Auburn beats Alabama in the Iron Bowl. Not just because of the uncertainty at quarterback, but the offensive line, same guys coming back last year, and we all know Bryce Young carried that team last year. Mm-hmm. I don't know I know Jermaine Burton, but I don't know who's the other receivers that's gonna come out and he gonna be able to throw the ball to next year. You have
throw
two.
The ball, though.
You have it's that too, and you have on the defensive side of the ball. Everybody's talking about the defense with Kevin Steele, but you have two All-Americans on that side of the ball for Alabama in Dallas Turner and Kool-Aid McKinstry. But who else? I mean, come on, who else is on that side of the ball that you can pick out right now? You don't have any lockdown. Who's the corners? Can because they're known for that. Go ahead.
Like you said, everybody, this is Auburn Day. We know who Kevin Steele is.
Yeah, of course.
He was our defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
right. He blitzes at the wrong time.
Yes.
Yeah, he does. And Kevin Steele plays a very man defense.
Yes,
man all day.
Blitzes at the wrong time, and that right there, I feel like if both our quarterbacks, or by that time should be good and well rounded at making those reads, he will be in trouble.
Yeah, he blitzes at the wrong time. I agree with you on that. And he plays like a very man-style defense. Not a lot of zone, things of that nature. It's really going to be like a 4-3 defense and things of that nature. So, I mean, there's a lot of other questions that Alabama have. I just don't think this is a very, I'm not say very talented, because if you made it to the SEC, you're talented. But I think the talent gap in the SEC West between the other teams and Alabama has closed tremendously. Drastically.
I agree with that, Nick. You said that last week, and I definitely agree with that.
So I have Auburn being 9-3 in the regular season, and if they win the bowl game, it's 10 games. That's where I have Auburn at 9-3 in the regular season. How does this affect Auburn going forward? I hope we get more 5-stars in the 2025 class. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping we get the 2024, 2025 class. I hope we get these 5-stars coming in, man. So I don't know, man. What do y'all think? What do y'all think, man?
That's the hope, man. Like, winning organizations get winning players, so
But if they hold it in the road, Nick, man, if we all saying that we think they're gonna win 10 games. If Hugh Freeze wins 10 games, man,
coach of the year, coach of the year.
Yeah, man, most definitely,
brother. Definitely. How's he gonna go be mediocre? He already got a class in the boat, and then if he win 10 games, man, then next year he probably gonna have like 3, 4, 5 stars next year. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so, man. I look, I am all on it. I'm all on it with you. I hope so. But I'm looking at the excitement that's coming in this season, and I just feel like a lot of that excitement is gonna spill over to the team this year. I mean, he had a lot of transfers come in as well too. A lot of great transfers that came in. They can play. Let me going back to what I said earlier. I just don't want Hugh Freeze to be average like he was at the other places.
No, I agree.
I was just going to speak on that. Nigga. I don't want these first 2 seasons to be explosive seasons, then the drop off.
Exactly. 2013.
So, I definitely agree with that.
I don't want that. I don't want him to come in and then you go out and you beat a team that you're not expected to beat, but then you lose to a team
that you're
supposed to beat. I don't want none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all know why that's not gonna happen. Y'all know why that's not gonna happen.
Why not?
Because Hugh Freeze look at ankles. Did y'all see the interview?
I know what you're talking about. But let the audience know. Let the audience know.
He like look at people's ankles, man, and decide if they can play or not. I was like, say what?
Bill Belichick like to look at hips or something.
Yeah, look at the hips. Basically, they can hold more weight because apparently there's just things saying like I remember I didn't hear this from Hugh Freeze, but if the smaller the ankle is, the more weight somebody can hold because they can. Some way they was explaining it to me. Like if your ankle is like for a bigger guy, like how much more weight can that person hold onto their body, and how much and could they still like stay as fast and as explosive as they are? Is what I remember somebody telling me and something like that, and I was like, I just thought that was weird, but I know what you're talking about though.
If you do think about it, man, a deer do have small ankles.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, I remember. I know what you're talking about. Somebody did tell us that.
Yeah, that was the next round. He did an interview on the next round, man.
Yeah,
and dude was like, man, he evaluate players. That's part of his valuation. He look at their ankles. Look at the ankles. Like, really?
Oh my goodness, man, that's good, man. That was good, man. Oh man, hey man, you know what? We'll talk about this a little bit more in the post game, everybody. Let's head to the post game.
It's time to shut down in the post game.
Oh man, that was a great game, ladies and gentlemen, man. We were here, man. We had a great conversation, man. We talked about ankles. We talked about predictions. We talked about everything, man. That was pretty good. Oh man, how did you feel about that? How did you feel about the game, Addict? How did you like it?
Awesome, man. Hey, man. Hey, we in the bandstands right now, man. We sweating. You know what I'm saying? Everybody hype, bro. We winning the game, bro. We thinking about the party afterward. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Oh, yeah.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
We get McDonald's today.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
McDonald's today, man.
Exactly. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we teased this last week. We were going to start a new segment to where me and Marcus are going to pick some games each week. And at the end of the season, at the end of the regular season, for NFL and college football, the loser had to get ice water dumped on their head. So we're going to start it today. We have 5 games that we're going to pick from. Sorry I don't have a drop for it. Drop is coming. But we're going to pick 5 games today for week 1 of college football. And we're going to give our win-loss pick. Who wins that game, who doesn't. And then we're going to keep tally of this every week. And then we're going to figure out who loses. And who loses has to get that ice water dumped on him. And since Attic is in, he doesn't have to get the ice water on him, but if he wants to, he can pick the games with us if he wants to as well. Is that cool with you, Attic?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
All right, cool. All right, so the first game we're gonna pick this week is South Alabama Tulane. I'll go first. You know I gotta stay home.
I knew he was.
I'm going with them Jaguars from the University of South Alabama, baby. That's who I got. Jaguars for USA. All right, who you got, Marcus?
I'm gonna go with South Alabama, man.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. All right, then. Who you got, Attic?
I'm gonna go south. I'm gonna go south with y'all.
All right, then. Jags got
all go
3.
down together.
Jags got 3. All right. Interesting game coming up right here. Interesting game. Colorado and Coach Prime versus TCU. I hate to do it, but I'm going TCU.
Ooh. Me, I'm going to go Colorado. I think he wins his season opener. But I don't think he's going to have an explosive season like we all think. I think he's going to make a statement in his season opener.
So you going with the Buffs. Okay. Yeah. Attic, who you got?
My football sense is saying TCU.
Mm-hmm. I feel the same way.
All this media hype and stuff, I'm going to go with Colorado.
Ah, man.
The media hype got me tricked, man.
I want to go with y'all so bad, but TCU just played a national championship game last year, even though they did get blew out. But I'm still going. I got to go TCU.
Yeah, you ain't saying much with saying
that. And then they lose their quarterback, and their quarterback who led them to that championship gone.
That was the biggest national championship loss in history.
You right. They got blew out.
Biggest bowl game loss in history.
Man, everybody knew they were gonna lose. So
everybody knew that.
Georgia players was eating hot.
Got it.
They were
Georgia
at halftime.
Players was eating hot wings on the sideline.
Yeah,
man.
they were chilling. They were chilling.
I think Georgia was like Marshawn Lynch. Man, I took my pass off at halftime.
All right, next game. Now, this is an interesting game as well, too. North Carolina versus South Carolina. I'm gonna stick SEC, and I'm going with South Carolina. I'm going South Carolina in this game. I think Spencer Rattler get it done.
I'm torn. North Carolina got a good team this year, man.
They do.
So I'm gonna go North Carolina, man.
Ooh, you taking the ACC? Wow.
I know, man. I hate it. I don't even like the way it came out, but.
All right, okay. Addy, who you got?
Hey, your boy Gene Chisholm still at North Carolina, right?
I think he's still at DC there. Yeah.
His name that came up a lot today. I'm going the Rattler.
That's what I said. South Carolina. All right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna skip.
He got to prove something.
I'm gonna skip this next game and I'm gonna go to this next game because I think that the next game needs to be last. So I put it wrong. All right.
I agree.
I'm gonna go. Next game we're gonna talk about Florida versus Utah. Florida beat Utah last year. Graham Mertz is now the starting quarterback at Florida. I am going to go. You know what? It's at Utah. I am going to go Florida. I think Florida does it, man. I think Florida does it. I am going out on a limb and I'm going Florida, even though, like you said, my football sense should be telling me Utah. I think I'm gonna go Florida in this one. I don't know why, but something's telling me to go Florida.
Well, nigga, I follow it up by saying, "You are not alone. I am here with you." I'm gonna go Florida too.
All right, okay, you got Florida. All right.
Now, I'm gonna tell you, since it's Sunday, Nick, since it's Sunday, and y'all say we in church. You say something telling you Florida, I'm gonna say it ain't the Lord.
Oh boy,
I'm going with the Utes, baby.
All right, he going Utah Utes. All right, okay, cool. All right, last game. LSU versus Florida State. It's on Sunday, September 3rd. LSU, Florida State. I went back and forth on this one because I told you I had Jordan Travis as one of my he was not one of my Heisman contenders, but he was one of the guys I wanted to see because he could possibly play himself into the Heisman conversation. Yep. I went back and forth on this one because there is a lot of hype around Florida State this year in the ACC. I went and looked. LSU. I chose LSU.
Well, I chose LSU because I don't believe in Florida State. Me, myself, personally, I just don't. To me, I got LSU as a playoff team. If everything go right with Brian Kelly. So,
hey,
I'm going with LSU.
Hey, I think LSU has probably the most talented roster in the SEC West.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, y'all hold up, man. Okay, we'll get into that if we can, but I'm gonna go LSU as well, but not because they got the most talented roster in the SEC. Number one, Georgia does.
No, I said SEC West.
Oh, the West.
Yeah.
Alabama does.
No, they don't. No,
bro.
No.
Let's stop doing that. Let's stop doing that.
Hold up, guys. Hold up, man. Huh?
No, go ahead. Y'all good. Go ahead.
Alabama in the last, if y'all go back and look at the recruiting rankings, I'm just saying on paper.
Okay. All right.
I'm saying on paper. On paper. If you go back in the last 4 years, Alabama has finished either 1 or 2, or they're always above LSU in recruiting. Go back and look at the last 4 years in recruiting. Yeah. Every year, man, they've been ahead. So, explain the LSU is more talented thing to me, Marcus.
I don't disagree with they look good on paper.
Okay.
But with that quarterback situation being crazy. Like Nick said, their offensive line being inconsistent.
Okay.
I don't really believe in their defense outside of the secondary this year.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And LSU is returning a certified starter. Their quarterback is in the Heisman race right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they got a slew of receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Kelly is picked to be the SEC Coach of the Year preseason wise. They projected him to be the Coach of the Year. So me, myself, personally, and I think that defense gonna fly to the ball, man. Like LSU really doesn't have a bad. I never seen LSU with just a horrible defense.
No, I agree with you, and I agree with y'all. I think LSU gonna beat Alabama this year. Yeah, I think they do with that. Like I said, it's just like I guess that's what we differ. If you looking at it and say, okay, as a team, and you can look at Saturday to Saturday how they're playing. I was just kind of thinking more on paper. You know,
on paper, I agree. You got it because the thing about it is Alabama never falls out of top 5 in recruiting. So on paper, they get all the 5 stars they need.
Yeah, I mean, I think Alabama just gets a lot of respect for what they've done in the past. That's how I see it.
Gotcha.
I don't understand. I don't understand how Alabama is number 4 in the preseason rankings right now. But
I agree. Now I agree with that.
You know, that's how I see it. But you know, it is what it is. Oh man. So we got all the games picked. Man, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. We'll come back next week and we'll see how the tally is, and we'll go from that, man. Oh, Marcus, it's that time.
Oh,
it's about that time.
Already?
Man.
It's that time.
It's that time, man. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to give out the award everybody loves, but the person that gets it hates. Oh, snap. I done played.
Played the wrong drop.
Played the wrong drop, man. Well, whoever get it, they still going to get that. But time to give out that Water Boy Award, ladies and gentlemen.
Give it up for the Water Boy Award.
Gatorade.
H2O. Water sucks. It really, really sucks.
Marcus, who you giving the Water Boy Award to this week, boss man?
The Water Boy Award going to this week would be Louis Rabalis.
However you say his last
I hope
name.
I said his name right.
Yeah, we hope you got
FIFA
it right.
Has suspended him 90 days for giving one of his players an unsolicited kiss.
Wait, whoa. Wait, he gave one of his teammates?
No,
one of his players?
Players from his father, because he's the president over the Spanish Football Federation. So the Spanish females won the World Cup.
Oh wow!
So he kissed Jenny Hermoso live on television, and
was it on the forehead or on the lips?
No, that was on the lips.
Oh,
that was a lip kiss.
Jesus
and
Christ.
she jumped in his arms, and he kissed her on the lips.
Yikes!
And they're calling for him to resign, but he refuses to resign because he states the kiss was consensual.
Did he ask her when she jumped before he called her? He was like, "Do you mind if I kiss you?"
That's what I want to know. I'm confused by this.
My point, DC.
I'm confused.
So
what's going on?
The reason why you getting that, sir, is how can you speak for a consensual kiss in the moment? So she just looked like she wanted you to give her a kiss.
That's weird.
like who
Touchy
does?
situation.
And plus, as a president, you should know better decorum than to do that live on television. To grope her, to grab her butt, and to kiss her live on television. You're the president, sir.
Yeah.
So, along with that 90-day suspension, come take a sip of this water that my boy Nick about to give you.
Take a sip of that cool water, there, boss man. Oh man, hey. Ladies and gentlemen, don't do that. That's kind of messed up. Oh man, let's shout out our sponsors one more time before we get up out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode is brought to you by Hollywood Media.
Hollywood.
If you want to feel like a star, come to Hollywood for your photography and videography needs. That's Holly with an EY. Follow on TikTok, IG, and YouTube at Hollywood_media.
Hollywood.
And Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. Again, that's Hollywood_media on YouTube, TikTok, and IG, and at Hollywood Media with 2 A's on Facebook. Shout out to our sponsor, DJ, man. Everybody go out and get your go to DJ.
Man, go subscribe
he does
to
a
YouTube.
great job.
We playing that he do a good job.
He does a great job.
For yourself.
He does a great job. Go subscribe to him, man. Go get some pictures from him. Go get your videography needs done from him, man. Weddings, everything.
In schools, he record games for schools.
Does that too.
So
does that too. And all you athletes out there, he probably does highlight tapes. So you know what? Go out there and talk to him. Oh man, we are almost at the end of the show, gentlemen. Man, how do y'all feel about the show today, man? How do y'all feel? How does everything going?
Man, it was a great show, man. It's a War Eagle show, man.
I'm glad
DC came and took part of this with us, man.
Awesome, man.
You got to come back at it.
Yeah,
got to.
I will.
You got to come back. You got to come back. Oh, he'll be back. Hopefully he'll be back.
Y'all need to have me something to eat when I get back, and some neck bones.
I just supply the neck juice. That's all I supply.
You know what I'm saying?
The neck juice. Addict, DZ. Tell them how they can put you in rotation, man. Tell them how they can.
Hey, man, come on, put me in the rotation, man. Y'all can come to YouTube. Y'all can come to Facebook. Y'all can come to Instagram. Y'all can come to all of them, man. It's Auburn _addicts at Auburn. Don't forget the _addicts on all of them. Come see me on YouTube, man. Join the Auburn family, man. We're going to have a good season.
Great season. We're going to have a great season.
Therapy.
And he got the crazy Auburn visuals. I love the visuals that he got.
Really?
Man.
Yeah, man.
I love them.
Great.
I love them.
Great.
With it.
Okay. Yeah, y'all come on, man. You know, I'm thinking about putting them up, man. You know what I'm saying? If people want to download them, man.
Man, everybody, man, go subscribe to Auburn Addict. That's at Auburn _addicts on YouTube, man. He's putting out content every day. He is literally putting out interviews, shows he has coming up. He has a UMass pregame show coming up soon, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
That's coming up tomorrow. So I mean, everybody go out and listen to it. Even if you don't like Auburn, just subscribe to him and help him out. Help grow his channel. Support him. Help grow his channel because we want to make this full time. All of us do. Speaking back to us, man, go follow us on our social medias. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at The Water Cooler Talk. Follow us on Twitter at CoolersPod23. Also, if you want to email us at wccpod@gmail.com. Again, that's wccpod@gmail.com. And as always, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe and like to our YouTube channel. That is, search us on YouTube at Water Cooler Talk Podcast on YouTube. Again, that's Water Cooler Talk Podcast on YouTube. The show you're listening to, the one that you listen to every Wednesday, it will be coming out on YouTube starting October 4th. Ladies and gentlemen, starting October 4th, you will hear this show every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on YouTube. Well, not hear and see. You will see the visual for it as well. So we're coming October 4th. You will see that. We have stuff coming in. Everything is coming together, and you will be able to see us do this show live every Wednesday starting October 4th. So you will see that. So go subscribe, man. We appreciate you all. Thank y'all so much. Anything else y'all want to say before we get out of here? Marcus and Addict, what y'all got, man?
Everybody have a blessed week. Shouts out to the home team. Shouts out to Uncle Willie. Shouts out to Kyle.
Shouts out to Kyle,
DJ,
man. Kyle, my boy.
DC for partaking today. Man, just everybody be blessed, man. Have a great week.
Addict, what you got before we get up out of here, boss?
Not much, man, but everybody just keep your ankles small. Ankles little.
Small. Oh, man, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good.
They call them when your ankles big cankles.
Cankles.
No offense to people with big ankles. You know what I'm saying? No offense, man. That's Hugh Freeze, man. That's not me. That's Hugh Freeze. Let me get off here for, man. They unsubscribe to y'all, man. People with big ankles gonna unsubscribe.
Oh boy, that's good.
They can listen to this show.
That's good. Oh man, again, thank y'all so much for downloading the podcast. Thank y'all so much for tuning in every Wednesday and listening to us around the water cooler, man, giving our perspective on sports. This was an all Auburn episode, man, so we appreciate y'all listening, man. As always, man, you know I got to play it one more time before we get up out of here, man. You know I got to play it one more time before we get up out of here, you know? I just got to play just a little bit of it. Just a little bit. You know, that Tiger Walk. You know, we just got to see that Tiger Walk one time before we get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I got to play it one more time because this is my favorite Auburn song right here, baby. Let me see that Tiger Walk. All right, that's enough. I just had to play that one time before we get up out of here. ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good one. Nah, better yet, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed. One love.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Water Cooler Talk. Make sure to follow us on our socials on Instagram and TikTok at Water Cooler Talk and on YouTube at The Coolest Pod 23. Also, make sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast player so that you never miss an episode.